Alright, welcome back guys, Ape Skull Gamer back with some more Gauntlet Dark Legacy. This one's gonna be a little bit different because I had to redo a level because I forgot to save when I did it, because the video itself saved, the game itself didn't. So, I don't got the fire. I can go back and get the, what the hell is it? Province of Fire. But that's alright. Now we're going to hit done, and we're going to listen to Summoner tell us that we are a level 10 fighter.
Congratulations! You now have enough crystals to enter the Mountain Kingdom. Green Warrior is now a level 10 fighter.
Alright, now that we did that, now we're going to go enter the mausoleum.
You are now entering Mausoleum.
That cutscene actually used to make me hate this level. Yep, I hated this level growing up. Now that I'm older, I appreciate the level. But when I was little, this level used to scare me. You know, I wouldn't do this level without my dad. It was actually kind of funny. Stupid little memories like that I remember. But yes, I would not do this level because the ghosts were scary. You know, you got to figure. Again, when I played this game, I was 6 or 7, so I mean I was brand new still to games, so I wasn't expecting something like this to be spooky and stuff. The only games I played at the time were Spyro and Crash, and they really weren't that scary. You know, this was a more teenage based game, and I'm like, And this was actually the first game I actually finished with somebody, so that's actually how I got into the whole, like, let's play a game together and, you know, get good and we'll finish it, and this is actually the first ever RPG game. I mean, not really in-depth RPG game, but an RPG game regardless that I actually did finish when I was growing up. This was the first one I ever finished. Yep. It's actually how I got into, like, the whole, like, hack and slash, like, RPG, not the turn-based. I mean, I like turn-based to a point now that I'm older, you know, strategies and stuff like that, but growing up I hated them. I did. Growing up, I didn't care for them because, you know, you're a kid. You don't have patience for poop. I mean, I still really don't have patience for poop, but ow, thanks. I'm getting like bombarded with bombs here by this prick. Stop it. So, growing up, I didn't have patience, you know, at all. I was playing like God of War and stuff like that at the time too. A couple years later, I was like 10 years old when I played God of War, and you know, that was just kill, solve a couple puzzles here or there, and just keep them going. I mean, that game was awesome. The only thing that sucked though was my copy of God of War, because my copy only read what it wanted to. Yeah. I don't know why. It was my PlayStation, I think, but the laser was going. Yeah, my keyring is full. That's fine. Woohoo, level 11 already. We haven't even really gotten into the mausoleum itself, and I'm already gaining a level. Sweet. Now that we're level 11. But, no. I will admit that I do definitely like the Xbox. I don't know, I kind of like the Xbox version better than the GameCube version. It's, you know, I mean, I love the GameCube, don't get me wrong. The GameCube is my favorite Nintendo console. I know somebody's going to be like, well, the 64, the Super Nintendo, the Switch, like, yeah, all great systems. Won't deny you. I will 100% agree. 64, not one of my favorites. And I'll tell you why. I have no nostalgia for that. I didn't get that until I was in my teenage years. I didn't have that growing up. It wasn't something that, you know, my dad actually skipped the 64 and bought a PlayStation. That's where he went. Because he saw it was a brand new thing, so it wasn't Nintendo, so it was something different. I mean, I know Sega was out, but he always was on Nintendo at that time. I mean, he didn't really have a lot. He had 2 games for a Super Nintendo. It's not like he really bought games for that. You know, couldn't afford them. You know, back then, you know, you bought what you could afford. I mean, you still do that now, but you know what I mean. Other stuff you wanted to get and whatnot, you had to learn to budget your money. So that's fine. He had the 2 heavy hitters that I liked. He had Breath of Fire, which was a big heavy hitter, and that's, you know, that's a big game. That's a fun game too. And then he had Link to the Past. He bought the new Zelda. That's why he bought the Super Nintendo in the first place, was for, you know, Zelda, because, you know, that's how I got into Zelda, was from him, because of the fact that, you know, I actually got to sit down and enjoy that because he liked Zelda. So when I actually got my Game Boy Advance for the first time, they did the remakes of Zelda 1 and Zelda 2 on Game Boy Advance. Oh, you need to get these games, you know, I'm going to get you these games. And I'm like, okay, I don't really want those games. You know, I have no idea what they were. But to him, it was a gold mine. To me, I'm lost beyond belief. I'm like, what is so special about this? Okay, so I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Free, it's games, you know, I don't care, whatever, I'll try them. Whatever, games are games, and I'll play them. I'll try them out. Maybe I might enjoy this game. So that was fine. It wasn't a big deal there. So, you know, I went home and I opened it. Now, remind you, I was dumb when I was a kid. We all were, and you threw away the boxes for those Game Boy Advance games, which now looking at it, I kicked myself in the butt. I just thought it was cardboard that I didn't need, so I had the game. I didn't care. There's Ruin Stone. There's our second Ruin Stone. Yeah, buddy. But again, I threw away that damn box, so that was, you know, whatever. But not the point of the story. So, you know, I played it a little bit, and he actually pulled out the strategy guide, the NES Atlas. If you guys know what that is, it's a little book. It's like it's a strategy guide with a bunch of Nintendo games on it. It's got your Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3, Ninja Gaiden, Zelda, Star Tropics, which was actually a very underrated Nintendo game. I liked that game, and if I can ever finish it, I might record that, because that game definitely needs some love, because that game was definitely very underrated. I won't lie. Yeah, that game was pretty underrated. I'm not walking back for that crystal. That one crystal. No, I'm good. But, so, played that, you know, and then, you know, eventually I ended up playing them on the original systems they came out on, because my dad wasn't a fan of the small little screen and the fact that it wasn't backlit, so holding it under the light was kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah, I didn't get an SP until, you know, a few years ago. So, you know, I kind of stopped collecting Game Boy at that point. You know, it's been long overdue. You know, I'm not, you know, it's not like it was back then where Game Boy games, you saw them in the store. Cool, I want this. Now it's just, I don't see them and I don't think about them. And some of them were like way too expensive anyways. But, come to find out that, no, that was a nice booby trap. Thanks. But, you know, I've come to find out the cardboard pieces are actually what's worth more than anything else. But, no, so I definitely want to do some of that stuff. So that's why, like Super Nintendo, I played a little bit. I don't play it as much as, like, the 64. I still play the 64 more than the Super Nintendo. The controller is really awkward. I mean, that's definitely something I will agree with, like, mostly everybody's. The controller's awkward. I mean, I know how to hold the thing, so it's not like it's impossible, but I don't know. It's hard for me to pick between Super Nintendo and 64. I definitely don't think it's my second favorite. Neither one of those are. They're like kind of bottom tiered. It's just like the Nintendo's kind of bottom tiered for me. Like I don't like it's not one of my favorite like systems either, because again, I didn't grow up with it, so it wasn't something I played constantly and had all those memories with. But like I actually really enjoyed the Wii, surprisingly. I mean, that's gonna surprise somebody. The Wii, really? The Wii was really crappy. There were some good games on it, actually. Skyward Sword, I liked that game. Let's see, what else was there? No More Heroes at the time was on there exclusively. Mario Galaxy. Castlevania Judgment was a little bit crappy because it was a fighting game. Oh, I gained a whole nother level? Sweet. Dang, I'm really rocking this game out today. Dang, we're rocking this one. So, Castlevania Judgment was an okay game. It's not perfect. I'll tell you that right now. That definitely is not one of the stronger ones because it's kind of like Soul Calibur. That's what it kind of reminded me of. It was like Soul Calibur's like 3D fighting game, like that and Tekken, because it's a fighting game with Castlevania. I mean, it's a Wii exclusive, so I mean, you know, it was pretty cool that there was an exclusive Castlevania game for Wii. But Donkey Kong Country Returns, that was pretty cool. Fortune Street, that game, I want to record that so badly, it's not funny. The problem is, I want to make sure you guys enjoy that because those things are long. Okay, and what I mean by that is the fact that, you know, it's gonna take a while because it's like Monopoly. It's gonna take a long time, so those parts are gonna be a ton. I mean, I could always do it like as an off thing, like a video here or there type thing. You know, if you guys enjoy it, cool. If not, then, you know, we only spend a little bit on the videos and stuff. So it's not like I'm gonna spend weeks on end doing it. I might do that actually. See, this is what I do when I'm in the middle of recording and stuff. I'll come up with like ideas and be like, I wonder if that'd be a good idea. But now, Fortune Street's like Monopoly, but there's actually a game before that one on Wii that was on the PS2, and it was Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. Same thing, it's in the series called Fortune Street, which that means the fact that you buy properties, so then people land on it and pay rent, just like in Monopoly. You know, you try to own the board. Capitalism's a thing, you know, so that's fine. You have a good time, but this one on the Wii is Mario and Dragon Quest. So you're like, okay, you know, it goes up to, I think, Dragon Quest 8. I think that was like the Dragon Quest 9 wasn't out yet at that time in Japan, or Dragon Quest 10 wasn't out yet in Japan. So, you know, we had Dragon Quest 8. That was like the new thing right that minute. So it went up to Dragon Quest 8, which is fine because there's a character in there I like, so it doesn't matter. Which, that's another game I'd like to record at some point, is Dragon Quest series. I'd like to do some Final Fantasy at some point. I would like to do the turn-based stuff, but I will get there at some point. I have all the strategy guides because I'm one of those people that I will put the game down forever. I will get distracted with another game, and my mind races so fast, it's not funny. But, like, I actually enjoy, you know, having these discussions with you guys, and despite what you guys think, I mean, it might not be something that, you know, you guys think that is like super intelligent and super exciting. Yeah, there's not a lot of jokes, but there's a lot of information. That's what I like to do. I talk like a mile a freaking minute. Yeah, I know. It's like sometimes it's a little too fast, but I do have fun. I do try to crack some jokes here and there. Could you walk a little closer so you could just drop off the ledge, please? Like, please. We're already in the mausoleum. We're already with dead people, so it doesn't make a difference to me. But, no, I had fun with, like, stuff like that. No, I was just saying, but I would like to do that, like the Dragon Quest games. I've never finished one. Dang, we're, like, really doing good on this one. Gained 3 whole levels already. That's impressive. I don't ever remember gaining 3 levels in this. Nope, I've never remember gaining 3 levels in a level like this before. We're on a roll. Woohoo! I guess this is the first time for everything. So, but the main thing about this game is you gotta stand back, because if you don't, then you're kind of gonna poop yourself in the chute. Come on, leave me alone, dead people. There's some games I'd like to do, like the NFL, like the street games. Those would be cool to do. I think those would be a really neat little addition to do. Only a fool would fight the lynch without the good book. Too bad. I'm a fool. Too bad I'm not playing as the Jester, because then I'd be an extreme fool. Because the Jester's a fool. I really wish it would stop stuttering in that. Yeah, I cleaned my disc just to make sure it wasn't the disc that it, you know, why it was skipping. We'll do armor, I guess. So now I'm almost at 400, okay. But we're going to stop this video here, guys. Next time we're going to go actually fight the Lynch. I know that the thing says only a fool would fight the Lynch without the good book. Well, we're going to be that fool. We are going to do it. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty easy. As long as you actually move and don't stay with your thumb up your poop shoot, you'll be fine. You know, it's not that bad. They make it sound so bad. But until then, guys, this is Ape Skull Gamer signing off. And as always, do the most important thing of all and keep gaming.